Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Jofo here, and I'm back on some Pillars of Eternity for episode, well, I don't know, probably 47 I'm guessing? Something like that, 46 or 47. I just want to let you guys know that there's going to be at least another 40 episodes of this. I'm feeling that most of the playthroughs I've seen, episodes are about an hour and a half, and they all range between 100 to 120 episodes. So we're going to see how far we get in this. See if I can actually handle doing this long enough to actually make it that far. Let's keep scanning these people in case we find other people to fill in. Yeah, no, okay.
I take it you've met Galvino.
You're wearing the cells between Ren and Jill's skin. You feel yourself looking through her eyes upon a faded memory. You're standing in the room is stifling, but it's the body heart of a many fierce villagers, not neglected fire pit that's drawn sweat from your pores. Your husband waits by the door, about as far as he can get from the assembly. He holds Uldric, whose cheeks are bright, as he watches the adults bicker with wide, fearful eyes. You'd never realize how badly your neighbors stank. But something rank and repulsive rises from them as they pack together in this room.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sinahiod?
It's Grinde, the head fisherman, jabbing a furious finger towards the back of the room. Sinahiod, your erstwhile mayor, squirms in a corner, pinned by the accusing stares of the entire village. Oh, those eyes. Their cruel porcine eyes, and they're watching Sinahiod with the dumb gluttony of hogs staring at fodder. The only sight that turns your stomach more is Sinahiod himself trying to wriggle free of his own lies.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
Cries of fierce agreement rise from the others. What began as a collective grumbling is swelling and congealing like storm clouds. You look back at your husband. He's whispering to Uldric, but when you catch his eye, he directs a silent supplication to you.
Let's go.
A wet smack draws your attention back to the other end of the room. Someone's thrown a potato, and Sinahiod cringes and rubs his jaw. You want to shout at them, all for this nonsense and waste, but you know this is about to get worse. Stalwarts will have blood, and Galvino, in his horror, had the sense to flee already. I didn't understand. I don't remember why she said they burnt her house down. You turn again, and your husband is beckoning you with swift, chopping motion. But what stops your breath is Uldric. His little eyes are fixed on the churning mob, and you knew ever since you started hearing about those hideous purges that he'd seen something like this one day. But did it have to be so soon? It's what drove the devil woman to madness, and now his little eyes have gotten big enough to swallow the whole scene, and now he's seeing you as part of it. You want to leave now, but if you do, this is what your boy will remember: cowardice and madness, about people, about Stalwart, about you. The people around jostle and bark in their rage. They're dangerous animals, but animals nonetheless. They just need to be led. So you push your way to the end of the room where Sinahiod trembles in a puddle of his own piss. Oh man.
Enough.
Your voice boils from her throat. The others fall silent, watching you. They listen dumbly, trusting as you turn Sinahiod's death sentence into an exile. No one contradicts you when you explain that he's going to march out of this village alone and into whatever miserable hamlet will have him. They silently agree when you explain that their hands are too clean for the likes of him. But there's something else forming behind their eyes, a kernel of trust and dependence. You feel it curdling around you, encasing you like a pearl does sand. You only wanted to spare Sinahiod's life, not volunteer for his job, but you see so much fear simmering just beneath their expression. Fear at God, men marching through the mountains at Deer Woodens and their purges, at dying the slow and lonely death of a ghost town. And you see their grateful reassurance mirrored in Uldric's expression. Perhaps this place is hopeless, but you realize that you can't leave it any more than you could leave your own boy. The only person who isn't looking at you is your husband. He's shaking his head, his eyes on the door. You retreat from Renengel's memory, vivid though it is. It has nothing to do during his battle.
What's on your mind? Probably out in the russet wood, chopping timber.
She eyes the devil of
We're
Karok.
not really going to do this, are we? Tell me we're not doing this.
Why do you want to know? Well, if you don't find him, just check back later.
Something else you need?
Nope. Let's go see if anybody in the inn has an old soul that might be able to help. But I think I'm at the point where I can just go to. I think I'm just wasting time now, really, which I really shouldn't. I also need to go in the Russet Woods and see what's going on there. It's a lot, but I'm never feeling overwhelmed. But I'm not really sitting there learning what each ability does and each power does. I mean, for that, I have to say I much prefer games that are a little bit more fast-paced and with a much more comprehensive skill tree. Kind of like, okay, so I love games that are based on stats. If stats are also not linked with abilities I choose, right? So like every level, getting a feat or a class ability, I should just get those like automatically. I shouldn't have to decide on those. I should just be putting points in my stats and in my skills. That's it. But that's not how this game works, and that's fine. But it's like a little pet peeve for me. I like games where, that's why I like the Dark Souls games so much, because I can literally just put pips in my stats and that changes everything. It changes how good I am with a weapon, it changes how much damage I do. I don't have, like, if I have magic, it's spells. And even if they're natural abilities, it's like, there's like a couple, I don't know. Like, that's kind of like what Path of Exiles, that's what's really cool about it, right? So every ability you have is based on a gem that you slot in your weapon based on a color, and then all you're doing is going up a skill tree to make whatever abilities you have that you're already using with the gems hit harder. And that to me is like a really good system, personally. Actually, as an action RPG, I really like that game. I don't play it as much as I would like because I get tired of having to redo the same shit over every time they decide to come up with another, I guess, expansion or whatever. Like I think everything should be linked. I should be able to bring whatever character I want. Maybe you can if you have like a character that's actually at the end, but I haven't brought a character that far, so I wouldn't know. I think my highest level character is like 50 something. Nope. I mean, the person I'm looking for would probably be a dwarf, right? Yeah, no.
Something I can do for you? Halfrick's got me straightening the rooms, but I'll help you if I can. Something I can do for you.
Wait, she just registered as an old soul. I guess I don't need to do it with her. Are you gone already? Did I kill your ladybird?
Is she there? Did you find Avala?
Oh, not yet. Let's go back to the Russet Wood. Fast mode is just fun for everything. I don't use slow mode ever. I use regular or fast. Usually fast. Alright, so we're gonna have another loading screen because we have to get the fuck out of here, but let's do that. No, I'm good with that. Let's go. Alright. So maybe we'll find that wolf again, because last time we found a wolf here. Yay, but Botanical Gardens. Let's do the last frickin' one. Done. Okay. I think the wolf I saved is the one he's trying to kill. I have this feeling. I like how all my pets are here. I don't know why or how they're all here, but they're all here. So I'm looking for people, and I'm looking for a wolf. I love how Eder sometimes slides. You can tell he's on ice. He's like just sliding down. The game like has a stutter every once in a while.
You gotta see this.
Oh, something appeared here that wasn't here before. Alright, I like that, that's good. What did I just find? Who fucking picked it up? I think, oh no. This yellow piece of parchment shows a rough drawing of a cluster of trees, but little else. It could be anywhere in the White Marsh. Of course they could. But a cluster of trees with two roads like that and a rock, I have a feeling is a little bit more rare. Which now frequently emerges as the soul's dominant personality. Subject vacillates between violence and severe depression resulting from guilt. recurring signature in the passage of this notebook indicates that it belonged to someone called Ixtli. Okay, these are all records that I got from the parchment had torn flecked with blood and troll spittle. What little of it remains, worried he may have come to harm once I reached a fine. Oh, it's old. I don't understand why what I'm looking for is not here. What is this thing? Of dexterity +1. So actually, a deflection +5 is probably better for him. Go. You don't have any rings yet, nor do you. Y'all are ringed out, as it were. Alright. Keep going. Oh yeah, wait, I want to see if the map had anything that looked like that here. That's a possibility right there. Other than that, if it's in the russet woods, it's there. Wolf Cave is up there. That's where that is. That's where the ogres were. I'm not going back there. Okay. Oh wow, that was an interesting like box. What's this? A tundra hood. All right. Oh, I think it's a furry hood. I think I just found the furry hood. I was wondering where to get the furry hood. Now I found it.
Ain't that special?
Oh, that is special. What is that? Oh, a crevice. Arrgh. I like putting my fingers in crevices. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, this is the river hole. That's what she said.
Don't see many on these roads, and the few we do are hunters, woodcutters, or smugglers.
She cocks an eyebrow at you and gives you a half smile. She holds herself with confident grace and conspicuous holster slung over her hip. Beyond her is a wagon loaded with supplies. Manacles dangle. Well, so much for subtle approach.
And here I was thinking we'd found the last pleasant company on the road. I'm after him, all right. He's going to answer for his crimes in Raid Ceres, and one way or another, you're going to stay out of my way. Didn't tell you that part, did he? First off, he chose his indentureship. Had to make up for some bad luck at cards, I hear. More importantly, he murdered his master's son, 13-year-old boy. Killed him as he fled. His master sees it differently. Shame we couldn't do business.
Really? There's no like... That's it? One little decision like that changes everything? I kind of wanted to sell him out. Oh well, you're all gonna die anyway, so it doesn't matter. Bye, Defala. Sorry you had to die so easily. Sorry, buddy, no time for you to load your gun. You're going a doom. Now I'll teach you idiots to be slavers. See what happens to slavers? Slavers die. Because they die.
I know it's petty, but killing Raid Saren still feels nice.
I kind of like you. I figured we'd get along, but like in a bad way. Yeah, well, there goes Defala. The only thing I can think of now is the Wolf Cave that's not done in here. Let's look around anyways, but I'm pretty sure Wolf Cave is my only option. And while we are at it, let us see. Racial accuracy bonus. I mean... No, we'll do the damage reduction. That's good. I'm good at that. You? Yeah, no, we're good at that. You? Heal multiplier? Yeah, we're good with that. Let's go. Alrighty. Can I do something with this horsey? Horse. I can only interact with it. Alright. I can't make it mine. Oh, beautiful horse. I want you to be mine. Please believe me. I want you to be mine. This way. Ain't got no time for you. Ain't got no time for your crap.
Arthur, were the...
Okay, ruinous powers this way.
Arthur, were the... Arthur,
Okay.
love.
Kill them all. Okay, Exiana, we killed them all. What you gonna do about it? You all fucking dead. Wolf pelts, wolf pelts, wolf pelts everywhere. Did you see my wolf pelts? I got wolf pelts here. What's this? That's some dead people. This is my wolf cave. That's ice cave. I want wolf cave. Is that wolf cave? It is wolf cave. Okay, ice cave is wolf cave. We're good. Let's get them wolves. Yes, I'm seeing that now, that they possess a mix of support and offensive abilities. I'm wondering if... I don't know. I haven't found a paladin yet, but I know there has to be one. Actually, I found almost everything now except a paladin. Yeah. Yo, there's a lot of dead shit in here. Oh, it's actually a werewolf, kinda. Druid wolf standing tall amongst the wolves inhabiting the cavern. This creature turns to face you as you venture forward. Scores of scars riddle his hide, and one dull eye stares out blindly from its skull. It growls and a threat as you approach, one echoed by its fellows. Lore 4, you know this half-wolf form. You know how for the shape-shifted form of a druid, though you see no gleam or hint of intelligence within its gaze. At the creature's feet lie two villagers, one heavily wounded, the other holds an arm across his stomach, and he looks up at you with pleading eyes.
Please help us!
As the beast turns its head back towards the hunter, you sense a strange aura emanating from it. Oh, I'm gonna reach out. It takes little effort before the beast's soul threatens to overwhelm you with its intensity. Wrath and hunger buffet you on all sides until you reach through the storm and find a smaller, dimmer pulse of light and are swept headlong into a memory. The chill bites into your cheeks and your lungs burn a little from the run. You look down at the little wooden carving in your hand and rub your thumb along its edges of the carved bear's spine. The totem has already brought you luck. You found 2 rabbits in the many snares, and that's a rare enough feat these days. You're certain now that this was a gift from Galawain, that you were meant to find it on that lonely shrine and take it.
Soldier.
Your father's voice snaps you out of your reflection, and you rush forward to rejoin him beside the campfire. You brandish the hairs and catch a glimpse of a rare smile under his graying beard, but the smile disappears almost immediately as a shadow falls over you both. You feel the rush of wind. A moment later, the log comes crashing down and rolls out of the way just in time. You hear your father cry out in pain somewhere nearby. Both the hairs and the totem slip from your grasp. You can feel power surging within you. Your heart thunders in your chest, but instinct pulls your essence into order, and you feel the familiar stench of limbs, the sudden dizzying shift of height, but something is wrong. Your senses are fading rather than growing stronger. There's a howling in your head like a screaming chorus, and everything in you shrieks for you to bite, to tear, to eat. The memory slips from you, and when you come back to yourself, the beast is shaking its head as if to clear an itch crawling its...
Naming it is only going to make this harder.
I've seen this before. I don't think you're going to get any answers beyond growls and dripping slobbers. The creature snaps and snarls, evidently uncomprehending. It edges towards the nearest hunter, even as it watches you balefully with its single eye. The beast turns from the wounded prey to face you, lunging forward with its claws outstretched. Of course it does. No, so first off we're going to do that, and I'm going to make you my sworn enemy. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. Everybody attack him. Then I want to make you my sworn enemy. Yeah.
I bring you or end.
Alright. You're dead.
Let's go.
Arthur!
Oh, nice. Whatever it was actually did the flies of whatever. I think that's so neat. Anything in this cave worth collecting? Bone piles are good. Bone piles have things in them usually. Oh, what the heck was that? That was like a spear of some kind. A pike or a spear. Pike or a spear. A wand. Croc's brand. Really? This seems much better. I mean, let's stay in the burning. What? Why does it say it requires level 3 of what? I mean... Okay. Oh, hey. What are you doing here, Winter Wolf? Oh, she's still alive? Okay, what do I do with this Winter Wolf? Why is he just here? Oh, he's a hunter. Must be his pet. That actually makes sense. I guess we did that, we did that, we did that. What else are we looking for in here? Or up here, I should say. Isn't that where the big bear was? I think maybe yes. And this is where the ogres were. Okay. Oh, who are you guys? I have no idea who they are, but... Yeah, seriously, who the hell are they? What? Ah, stupid game.
Consider.
I don't know who any of these people were or why they're
Sorry,
attacking me.
I don't call forth the Stelgar just to haul your garbage.
Actually, you do, but that's fine.
Where am I supposed to put that?
It will be completed in 1 day, 13 hours, and I don't know how many legimators. Wait, no, first things first, we're gonna dump some stuff into my, wait, what's this? Spell holding and visibility of deflection plus 12. What? Yeah? That's not even like, well, anyways. Man, that's a lot of, like, that was a lot of wizards. Who are they anyways? these mages attack me? Yeah, they all have the same. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna get anything from these guys. Let's put some stuff in. No. What? This is the thing. That. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think I've pretty much done everything else there is to do in here. Hey, who are these guys? It's him. Harmke. I remember that weak chin and those knobbly knees. You'd best get a handle on her, gore blood.
How goes?
The elven man emerges from the clearing and freezes staring at the devil of Croc. For an elf, he's tall and rangy, with a weathered beard, beaten face.
Auroch's shadow. What's that wicked thing doing here? It's a killer! Look, we don't want no trouble. Just trying to do our work. We'd be much obliged if you'd leave us be. And take that thing with you.
Enough. What do you see, Gore Blood Death? Is that the man who torched us? He steps away from you, but your awareness reaches through his trembling skin and the feeble resistance of his fear. You see memories, snow-shrouded forests partitioned by fallen pines and firs, days measured by the steady swing of your axe. There are other moments too, recollections that flare up like a hearth-warming fire. There are children, spry and lanky like you, but still full of the rowdy energy. Together you scatter winter bloom petals on a grave. You reach deeper into Harmke's soul. Years roll back. A torch in your left hand bathes your face and shoulder in heat. All around you are other men and women holding other torches, and the mountain air is acrid with the stench of smoke and sweat. Rage billows off of the others. It's been a fever in your blood for days now, exhausting you and invigorating you in equal measure. You're on the edge of that town. Cold morn. It's hours yet before dawn, but the commotion has started to awaken the villagers. Candlelight ignites behind frost-crusted windows, and haunted faces peer out at you through the glass. You begin to doubt yourself. Just then, a door slams. A villager comes racing through the streets, kicking up snow. With his stark white face and pale hands, he looks almost like a ghost. The line of torchbearers ripples as he gets closer. He picks up speed, but nobody moves towards him. You imagine him breaking through the row, shattering your ranks like a bad dream that brought you all here. You imagine waking up in your bed, the heat from your torch, nothing more than the warmth of your wife sleeping next to you. Instead, the villager reaches the row of torchbearers and a stone's throw away from you. A woman advances from the line and buries her dagger in his neck. The rest of your fellows shout. Rage, memory, and bloodthirsty triumph boils up in you. You all came with a purpose. You came to bring justice to the traitors of Cold Morn. The next few hours are painted in color more vivid than life. You put your torch to anything that stands, and your sword to anyone who runs. It is as if Magrin herself whispers in your ear and guides your hand. Exhaustion has almost cooled your rage when you spy a house at the edge of town, one of the only buildings that hasn't already burnt. It's flanked by knotty spruce trees, and the door is painted yellow, the blossom of sunrise, the hue of your son's hair, the color of cowardice. Just then, someone barrels into you from behind. It's a man, someone you remember from the journey to Cold Morn. Though you can't recall his name, he snarls at you, mad with indiscriminate rage, and it occurs to you that he's mistaken you for one of the villagers. You smash the window and hurl your torch inside. The other man has turned away. You think you hear a child shriek within a house, but it's impossible to tell above the roar of the riot. Haruka shivers, and as you pull away from his memory, his eyes are wide with guilt and fear. Spit it out, Gore Blood Death. What did you see? It's not that simple. Don't give me that greasy horse shit. You looked into the squalid. Don't give me that greasy horse shit. You looked into the squalid dregs of his soul. Tell me what you want. I mean, he's not responsible, but I remember him. How can you be sure? I looked into it. So first you asked for my help, and now you doubt me. You always knew this was a long shot. Let it go. As she looks from Haruka back to you, a despairing groan rises in her throat. Questions bubble and burst in her essence. Finally, the heat pattern fades in her chest plate, and her body surrenders its tension. What a waste. She watches as Haruka runs and stumbles away. As he disappears, she turns back, her joints rattling like empty pots and pans. Okay, but did that make me... Okay, you need to talk, so let's talk. Oh, actually, that'll be all for this episode. I truly hope that you did enjoy it. I will continue the conversation with her on the next one. If you did enjoy it, could you please see your way to the like button and hit that and smash that for me, please? It really helps out the channel more than you know. And if you want to see more of this great content, please subscribe and hit the little bell icon if you want to know every time I drop a video. Thanks for stopping on by. See you next time. Jofo out.